Happy Halloween. Okay, I told y'all that I was gonna let you know what my evil design was for, well, I told you I was gonna let you know. Anyways, I know everybody thinks they kind of know me, but they don't. I know some of you know that I like to do practical jokes, and so this latest one is kind of mild, I will admit, to some of the other ones that I've done. But this one was done on my team members at work, so I'm going to tell you what I did. So, my friend and I were talking one night at work, and we had been discussing what we could wear, or me, what I could wear to work for dressing up for Halloween, because I love to dress up. And it was kind of like, well, what could I do, because we have to wear uniforms, and they're pretty strict about what you can actually do there. And usually that amounts to maybe put some makeup on or something. And we kind of joked about, I joked about I should show up pregnant to work, because it's kind of like, what was the scariest thing that I could do for my situation, you know? I've already got 9 children, and I'm kind of done with that era in my life of having babies. And that really would be a scary thing to have children at my age. So, you know, I could just show up on the day of before Halloween with a nice big fat belly, and that would be funny. But more, we talked about it, it was like, well, what if I just showed up pregnant but made it, tried to see if I could convince people on my line that I really was pregnant. How much funner that would be. And then, so anyways, yeah, we decided that was a good idea. So I was off work for a couple days because I had some surgery, and while I was there home, I decided to make up a little, I made up a little Prego belly. And the thing is I took some pictures of that and got all dressed up in these pictures, and I thought I had told my son Gary, who's in Italy, all about this whole plan. And I was talking to him on IM one night, and I sent the pictures to him to just see if he thought it looked pretty convincing. But evidently I guess I hadn't told him about it. And so all of a sudden he gets these pictures, and he's looking at me like, the heck? You know, he was totally freaking out. He's like, Mom? And I was like, I'm really realizing at this point that I have a golden opportunity to pull one over on him as well. And so I'm like, surprise, Gary! Why don't you welcome your new little baby sister? He was like freaking out. I was laughing my head off. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. I had him going for quite a while on it, thinking he was going to be a brother again. Anyways, by the time I told him, he was very glad to hear that wasn't the story, but it was pretty darn funny. He said I was pretty convincing. So yeah, I go back to work, and I've got this little preggy belly, and it really was convincing. I do have some expertise in this area. So it wasn't a very big belly, but it was a bit there. I'm posting some pictures online on here so you can see how I look. Anyways, I went into work, and the problem is because it wasn't overly pregnant, I kind of looked like I was just getting fat too. So unless you were looking at it, it just looked like I was putting on a little bit of weight, unless you were kind of tuned into it. So I wore this Prego belly for 2 weeks, and it was not comfortable. I guess kind of like being pregnant, huh? Anyways, it was funny. I just have to tell you, some of the looks that some of the ladies and well, guys too, that gave me, oh my gosh, it was like really funny, because they were just like, oh my gosh, you know, they would try and hide it, but you could see total looks of disgust on their face, like, oh, doesn't this woman is an idiot. She's too old to be doing that. And oh, I wish I'd had a camera just to capture people's faces when they would look at my belly and think, what in the heck is she thinking? Anyways, it was funny. We finally had to kind of talk to a few people to get them to talk about it, because nobody was saying anything. I don't know if they were too scared, or a lot of people just didn't even really notice it. anyways, when it finally went wild on my line that, yep, she's gonna have a baby, I was kind of funny that they may have been disgusted with me and thought I was an absolute idiot for letting something happen like this, but within the night of it going wild on that I was gonna have a baby, they were already planning my baby shower. I have to say, I've got some pretty cool friends on my line. Love them. Anyways, we had a great time joking, and I'm sure they had a great time joking about me behind my back. All in fun. Anyways, on last night, I decided I need to end this because I really did not like carrying that baby around. And, oh, by the way, it was a girl. Anyways, so we, last night, at lunchtime, took them all in there, and they were all sitting there, and I said, I don't know if you've heard rumor that maybe I was expecting, or maybe you've heard that I'm expecting, and I guess rumors gone around that I'm gonna have twins, or maybe you've been looking at me and just thinking I'm getting really fat all of a sudden. But I want you to know that you've just been Halloween tricked. And then I brought them out some cupcakes, and I said, so now you get a Halloween treat. So they all had a good laugh, and I had a good laugh, and it was lots of fun, and I was sure glad to get that belly off my belly, baby. Anyways, so it was just fun. I hope y'all have a great Halloween. I've got another one up my sleeve, but this one's all gonna be done on the kids. So have a great Halloween. Bye.